Hello and welcome to Books of Blood. My name is John. So today is November 1st, and as you know, if you watch this channel, which if you're watching this video, then yes, you watch this channel, I posted my November TBR today. Alright. What I didn't realize was that I would already finish one of the books and would be reviewing it today, the same day I posted the TBR video. But anyway, I am going to be reviewing Nicholas Gray's Halloween Tales. Now, if the name Nicholas Gray seems familiar to you, that is because he is Spooky Noodles here on YouTube or BookTube, whichever you want to call it. And one thing about Nick is Nick, like me, he loves horror, okay? He loves horror, he loves Halloween, and that's what all these tales are about, is about Halloween. Every one of these stories in here, there are five or six stories, I'm going to count them. There are 5 stories, okay? So Nick sent me a copy of this. He did, he said, hey, you mind if I send you a copy of this? And you can read and review it if you want. And I said, sure. And I did review it, or that's what I'm doing now at least. Anyway, the one thing about this is that you can tell in every one of these stories that Nick, like I said, he loves Halloween. Alright, so I'm going to go through all the stories. I'm going to talk about them a little bit. It's only 5 of them, and I'm not going to spoil anything. So the first one we got is Trunk or Treat. Now this has appeared in another collection of Nick's, Gray Matter. Alright, and I started to not read it this time around, so I'm like, I've already read this. And I thought, no, you know what? I'm going to read it again. So I read it again. I'm glad that I did, because it's about how it's about these 3 kids, and they are at the what's called a trunk or treat. And trunk or treat, if you don't know what that is, and it's kind of a way to help keep kids safe. It's where like you get your local church or local whatever, maybe, I don't know, but we're going to say church because I think that's what does it. But they get all the cars and they line them up and they have candy in the trunk of their cars, and the kids go down the row and they pick candy out of each car. You know, and it's a way to keep kids safe. And the reason they do that in this is because before all this little boy disappeared and they never found him again. All right, so now you got these 3 kids that are the main characters in the story. I'm trying to think of their names. I don't know the narrator's name, but there's Marcus and there's Ronald, I believe. All right. So they do the whole trunk or treat thing, and that's great. All right, but this is a Halloween story. This is Halloween. This is horror. So needless to say, the kids get a very hideous trick, so to speak. All right, and that's all I'm going to say about this story. Excellent story. Sets the whole mood for the rest of these stories. All right, excellent. Okay. All right, see, what do we got next? We got Plastic Fangs. Now, one thing about these stories, it seems to me like Nicholas, he seemed to kind of touch on a lot of the things that, you know, parents are scared of. And one of them, of course, like in the first story, is their child disappearing on Halloween. All right, and that's kind of where this one falls into that category. It's about a little boy, and this little boy, he is dressed as a vampire, because he loves vampires. He loves Dracula, loves vampires. There's only one difference, and that is that he doesn't have his fangs because his mom won't let him wear his plastic fangs. But anyway, he still goes trick-or-treating with his dad and with his sister, and she's dressed as Elsa from Frozen. Just let it go, okay? Anyway, all right, he gets impatient, and he wants to go ahead of dad and sister. And of course, you know, like I said, this is a cautionary tale. And that cautionary tale is, parents, don't let your children out of your sight on Halloween. All right? Again, that is all I'm going to say. I don't want to spoil anything. I feel like just saying right there spoils it. But nope, I'm just shutting my mouth, zipping my lip. All right? Okay, good. Okay, next up, what do we got? Okay. The hearse. The hearse revolves around, everybody knows that one person on your street, that one person that hates kids, hates Halloween, you know, that kind of person is like, get off my lawn, or that kind of person that if your baseball goes over into their yard, they're going to keep it, you know, and if you just upset a blade of grass on their lawn, they're going to call the cops, they're going to press charges and all that. That's what the hearse is all about. It is about this particular grumpy old man that wants nothing to do with anyone, especially kids, and with Halloween, all right? And of course, this grumpy old man gets quite the surprise, okay? Next story we have is The Perfect Mask. And this one, I think, to me, is about the person that they think just because they've gotten older, you know, they think they're done with Halloween, that Halloween is for babies. And this is about that kind of guy. It's about this guy, he's 25 and he works in this Halloween store. And he gets this one particular customer that comes in, and this particular customer is looking for the perfect Halloween mask. And needless to say, he gets that perfect Halloween mask, and that is all I will say about the story. Okay? Finally, last but not least, we have Smashing Pumpkins. All right? So this one is about Richard, and I believe his name is Marcus. I forgot his name. I'm sorry about that. Let's see. I'm going to find out here. I want to make sure I get this name right. You got Richard. Oh, yeah, Marcus. I was right. You got Richard, you got Marcus, and you have Chrissy. All right? And they are three ne'er-do-wells, so to speak. Chrissy is the leader, and Chrissy is quite the angry young lady, young girl. All right? Her dad's kind of strict. She just, you know, could care less about anything, hates everybody pretty much except for Richard and Marcus. And so there's this gentleman, and this gentleman has like this, I think he sells pumpkins, and he's very nice to the kids. You know, doesn't matter that they're bullies, but Chrissy just can't stand that. She just can't stand it. So she gets the notion to take Richard and to take Marcus and to go to the pumpkin patch where this man has his pumpkins, and to destroy those pumpkins. And needless to say, they get a very just and very brutal surprise for doing such a thing. All right? So, yes, that is Smashing Pumpkins. And again, these are short stories, and I don't want to give too much away. All right? Because I do want you to read this. Like I said, Nick sent me a copy of this, you know, and did he sign this one? I can't remember if he did or not. No, I don't think he did. No, he did not, but that's okay. That's all right. But what I did, because I needed a thumbnail and I can't find one on the internet, I went ahead and bought a copy of it on Kindle too. You know, just to help Nick out. I mean, I do that a lot. People, I don't get a lot of books sent to me anymore, but you know, but people like the ones that do send me books, if they're available on Kindle and I can, you know, it helps me, it helps them out. So that's what I do. Anyway, in the spirit of things, I'm not going to give this a 5-star rating. I'm going to give this a 5 pumpkin rating. That's how many pumpkins this gets. 5 pumpkins out of 5. Nick, you wrote some excellent stories, man. Just telling you that right now, and I'm not being biased just because you sent me this. If I had hated it, man, you know that I would let you know that. But nope, I didn't. I loved it. Excellent stuff. All right. Anyway, that's going to do it for my book review of Nicholas Gray's Halloween Tales. I know it's November 1st. I'm a little late with the review. But anyway, thank you for watching, and take care and stay scared. Bye-bye.